chosen ones. Today, we face the internal storm that is stirring within you. Life is chaotic. The world around you may feel like it's falling apart, and yet it's during these turbulent times that you are being shaped and prepared for something much greater. You are not just a passenger on this journey. No, you are the one chosen by God to deliver His message, to stand firm, and to rise above the chaos. This moment, though overwhelming, is a defining one, a test of your resilience, your strength, and your faith. So, before you receive the message, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're at it, let us know where you are listening from. What time is it in your part of the world right now? I'd love to hear from you. Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening and embrace your divine purpose. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's walk this path together. Life's chaos can feel like a storm, one that whips and howls inside your mind, shaking you to your core. It's a deep, gnawing sense that no matter how much you try, things just don't align. The world outside may be quiet, but within there is turmoil. It's the weight of all the worries, the burdens, the feelings of inadequacy that seem to accumulate without you even realizing it. The responsibilities stack up: family, work, faith, dreams, and they can make you feel like you're drowning, caught in an unending tide. But let me tell you this, what you're feeling is not just chaos, it is an invitation, a call, a divine invitation to awaken. God does not leave His people in the storm without purpose. There's a reason you've been chosen to walk through this. Though the path seems unclear and overwhelming, it's in these moments that you are refined. Every single storm you face, every trial, every challenge, it is not for nothing. You may not understand it now, but the chaos is shaping you into something stronger, something greater. You are being prepared not just for survival, but for greatness. Life may feel overwhelming, but trust that there is a divine plan behind every twist, every turn, and every struggle you face. And in the midst of it all, you must learn to hold on to one truth: you are not alone. Even when you feel isolated, abandoned, or lost, God is with you, guiding your every step. When you are surrounded by turmoil, it's easy to forget that this is where the most growth occurs. It's during these times of inner chaos that you begin to see who you truly are. Like a tree being shaken by the wind, the storm forces you to root yourself deeper, to reach into the foundation of your being and find strength you never knew you had. You are a vessel, and sometimes the storm is needed to empty the old, the unnecessary, and the burdens that weigh you down. God is making space for something new within you, new faith, new strength, new purpose. And though it feels hard to see it in the moment, the storm is making you who you are meant to be. The next time life feels like a storm, instead of resisting it, try embracing it. Not in a way that glorifies the suffering, but with the knowledge that it is temporary and purposeful. Every wave of confusion, every gust of doubt, is God's way of preparing you to carry something much greater than you thought possible. Through it all, you must remember that you are not just surviving, you're being refined. The chaos, the storm is necessary to mold you, to purify you, to bring you closer to your divine purpose. So as you face your inner chaos, know this: God has chosen you to stand strong in the face of this storm. You will come through it not only unharmed, but more powerful, more capable, and more aligned with your divine calling. You may not yet see it, but your purpose is unfolding with every step, every struggle. And you, chosen one, are at the center of this divine plan. Don't fear the storm, for it is here to reveal the divine strength that already resides within you. Chosen ones. Today we turn our focus to the divine message you have been entrusted with. You might feel lost, unsure of the next steps, or overwhelmed by the challenges ahead. Yet, it's in these moments of uncertainty that God speaks the loudest. Every trial, every test you faced has been leading you to this very point, the moment you realize that your life is not random, but part of a divine plan, a calling that only you can fulfill. You are here for a reason, chosen by God to walk this path. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy the message. And while you're here, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Where are you listening from? What's on your heart right now? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening, embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. When you face the chaos, it often feels as though everything is falling apart. The weight of the world, responsibilities, relationships, self-doubt can cloud your vision. Yet this is precisely when God is speaking to you. Your mental crisis, the pressure you feel, is a sign that you are being called to rise higher than you ever imagined. Let me tell you something important. Life's challenges are not a punishment, they are a calling. They are the divine preparation for you to step into something much greater than yourself. When life feels chaotic, it's often the very moment when God is trying to get your attention. The weight of the struggle is actually a sign of the weight of the responsibility He is preparing you to carry. Your calling may not always be loud or obvious. It's not always a voice from the heavens or a grand moment of revelation. Sometimes it is in the quiet whispers, in the moments of reflection, and in the smallest signs that you see how everything in your life is coming together. You might not understand it fully right now, but the truth is, this moment of crisis is part of the divine narrative that God has already written for you. God has chosen you for a reason, and your struggles are meant to guide you to that greater purpose. The pain, the hardship, it's all part of a divine tapestry woven together with care and precision. Every tear you've shed, every moment you felt lost, is part of a bigger picture. It is not meaningless. Your struggles are the very things that will prepare you for the powerful role you are called to play in God's plan. Sometimes it's hard to see this truth when you are in the thick of things. The stress of day-to-day life, the overwhelming nature of your responsibilities can make you forget that all of this is shaping you for a greater purpose. But remember this: you are not alone in this. God has designed this journey for you, and even in the most difficult times, He is beside you, helping you navigate the storm. The chaos you are experiencing is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. It is God's way of refining you, of purifying your heart and soul so that you can fulfill your calling. Each moment of doubt, each step through the fog of uncertainty is part of the divine process. In your crisis, you are being prepared to deliver God's message to the world. You have a purpose far greater than just surviving the storm. Your purpose is to overcome it, to rise above it, and to share the strength, hope, and faith you've discovered along the way. Take a moment now to reflect on your life. What has God been trying to tell you through the struggles you've faced? Have you recognized the signs of your divine calling? The chaos you feel is a powerful, sacred invitation to awaken to your true purpose. God has a plan for you, and this mental crisis, this chaos, is only one chapter in the story He is writing for you. Step into it with confidence. You were chosen for this. You were called for this moment. Chosen ones. You may be feeling the weight of the world bearing down on you right now, as if the pressure of your responsibilities, dreams, and burdens is too much to carry. The weight you feel is real, but it's also a sign of something greater. It is a reminder that you are here for a purpose, that your divine calling carries significant responsibility. You are not simply existing in this world. You are here to make a difference, to fulfill a role that only you can play. So, before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're here, share your thoughts with us. Where are you listening from? How does the message resonate with you? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting "I am chosen" below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening. Embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. In the midst of a mental crisis, it often feels like everything is collapsing around you. You feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Responsibilities pile up. Expectations from others feel unbearable. And yet this weight is not random or without purpose. It is a sign of your significance in the divine plan. You were not chosen because you are weak, but because you have the strength to carry what others cannot. When you feel the burden pressing down, it's easy to see it as something negative, something that only causes pain and exhaustion. But I invite you to shift your perspective. This weight, this responsibility, is part of God's plan for you. It's a sign that He has entrusted you with something precious, something important. He has chosen you because you are capable. He has given you this responsibility because He knows you can carry it and turn it into something greater than yourself. Think of it this way. The pressure you feel is the divine forge shaping you. It's like gold being refined in fire, uncomfortable, painful even, but ultimately it emerges stronger, purer, and more valuable. You are being prepared for a purpose far beyond what you see in front of you right now. You are being prepared to lead, to inspire, and to bring light into a world that is desperate for hope. As you carry this weight, remember that you are not meant to carry it alone. God is with you, guiding you and providing you with everything you need. He will not give you more than you can handle. Yes, the journey is difficult, but it's through these challenges that your faith is strengthened, your purpose clarified, and your soul refined. The key to understanding this weight is to recognize that it is not a burden meant to break you. It is a blessing meant to build you. Every challenge you face is part of God's preparation for you to step into your divine role. The world needs you. Your calling needs you. And in this moment you are being shaped to fulfill that calling with strength, wisdom, and grace. God has equipped you with the strength to carry this weight. Yes, you may stumble at times. Yes, you may feel overwhelmed. But in those moments, remember that this is the path you were chosen to walk. The weight you feel is evidence of your importance in God's plan. If it ever feels too heavy, if the weight of your responsibilities ever feels like too much, turn to God. Seek His strength, His guidance, and His peace. Remember that He is with you every step of the way. The burden you carry is not just your own, it is shared with Him. He has called you to carry this load, but He will help you bear it, and in doing so, He will transform you into the person you are meant to be. So the next time you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, remember, it is a sign that you are being called to something greater. God has chosen you for this moment, for this purpose. And with His help, you will rise above it, stronger and more capable than ever before. Chosen ones. The struggle you face, the unseen battles you fight, are not just yours to bear. They may seem invisible to the world around you, yet they are profound and necessary. The emotional weight, the mental strain, and the spiritual exhaustion you feel, it's all part of the process of becoming who you were meant to be. This journey isn't just about the visible challenges. It's about the battles no one sees. These are the struggles that define you, the ones that test your faith and reveal the depth of your purpose. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here, and share your thoughts with us in the comments. Where are you listening from? What's going on in your heart as you hear this message? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening, embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. What's often hardest to accept is the invisible toll that chaos and crisis take on you. It's the mental exhaustion, the silent fears, the moments when you feel like no one can truly understand what you're going through. These struggles, the ones you can't always share or explain, are just as real as the external challenges you face. They may not be visible, but they are deeply felt. And yet, they are part of God's plan for you. In your mental crisis, when it feels like the world is too much to bear, remember this. These unseen struggles are not without purpose. They are shaping you into someone capable of fulfilling your divine calling. You are learning lessons in patience, resilience, and faith that others may never understand. But these lessons are strengthening you for the work God has set before you. The world may not see your tears or hear your silent prayers, but God does. He sees your hidden battles, the internal wars you fight every day, and He is using them to refine your spirit, to prepare you for a role that will touch the lives of many. These quiet struggles, these moments of isolation, are not signs of weakness. They are the evidence of your growth. God is using this time to mold you into something greater, something powerful, something capable of carrying out His divine plan. So, if you ever feel as though no one sees, you know that God sees everything. He sees the battles you fight in the silence, the doubts you carry in your heart, and the weariness you try to hide. And in His eyes, you are not broken. You are being refined. Sometimes the toughest battles are the ones that no one else can see. The late night worries, the constant mental chatter, the deep sense of fear or loneliness that you can't always put into words. These invisible struggles often feel overwhelming, but they are part of your divine awakening. God allows these moments to stretch you, to build you up in ways that outward struggles never could. And here's something important. The battles you face in private are the ones that lead you closer to God. In the quiet of your heart, you begin to hear His whispers, His guidance, His love. It's in these moments of solitude, of inner struggle, that you learn to rely fully on Him. You realize that in your weakest moments, He is your strength. You understand that in your most broken places, He is your healer. These unseen struggles are not in vain. They are teaching you the lessons you need to fulfill your divine purpose. You may not understand it now, but in time you will see that every silent battle, every hidden tear has prepared you for the task at hand. You are being shaped for greatness. Chosen one, and it's in the hidden, quiet battles that your true strength emerges. So take heart. When it feels like no one understands what you're going through, remember that God does. He is using these unseen struggles to prepare you for something much greater. These battles are not a sign that you are failing. They are the evidence of your growth, your transformation, and your readiness to walk into the divine calling He has set for you. Chosen ones. There will come moments when you feel utterly drained, when the weight of the world, the challenges before you, and the emotional toll feel like they might break you. It's during these times of weakness that you will come to realize something profound. It is in your weakest moments that God's strength shines the brightest. You are not meant to carry your burdens alone. When you are at your lowest, that is when the divine power within you becomes most evident. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy the message. And while you're here, let us know in the comments. How are you feeling right now? What challenges are you facing that feel overwhelming? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening. Embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. There is a common misconception that strength comes only from within, that we must pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps, that we must face every battle on our own. But the truth is, the moment you admit your weakness, the moment you acknowledge that you cannot do it alone, is the very moment that God's strength begins to flow through you. His power is made perfect in your weakness. When you are weak, God's strength can flow in filling the gaps you cannot fill yourself. He doesn't expect you to be strong on your own. He wants you to lean on Him, to trust in His ability to carry you when you cannot carry yourself. In your weakness, you are reminded of your dependence on Him, and it is in that dependence that you will find your true strength. The Apostle Paul, in his letters, speaks of a time when he felt overwhelmed by a thorn in the flesh, a struggle that he couldn't overcome on his own. He begged God to remove it, but instead God responded, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." In that moment, Paul realized that his struggles were not to be avoided, but embraced, because it was through those struggles that God's strength would be revealed. Your weakness. Chosen one is not a sign of failure. It is an opportunity for God's power to be demonstrated. When you feel like you can't go on, that's when He carries you. When you feel like you've reached your breaking point, that's when He steps in and lifts you up. His strength is not about making you invincible on your own. It's about recognizing that with Him, you are more than capable. He will give you the strength to endure, to rise above, and to fulfill the purpose He has set before you. But you must first surrender your need for self-sufficiency. Let go of the pride that tells you that you have to do it all alone. God's strength is available to you, but you must invite Him in, acknowledge your limitations, and trust in His ability to carry you. His strength will not only sustain you in your trials, but will empower you to overcome them in ways that you never thought possible. The next time you feel depleted, remember that it's in your weakness that you are being prepared for something greater. You are being made ready for the work God has called you to do. Your limitations are the very thing that opens the door for His limitless strength to take over. So when you feel like you are at your breaking point, don't resist it. Embrace it. Know that it's in this moment that God's strength will carry you through the darkest valleys and into the brightest future. You are being made strong, not by your own efforts, but by His grace. Chosen ones. When life feels like a whirlwind and the winds of doubt and confusion blow relentlessly, it's natural to seek answers, to search for clarity, to desire the peace that comes with knowing where you are headed. But trust this, there is a divine process at work, and sometimes that process requires you to walk through the fog before you can see clearly. You may not have all the answers right now, and that's okay. What matters is that you trust in the path even when it's not immediately visible to you. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely feel the call. And as we continue, share your thoughts with us in the comments. What's the one area in your life where you need clarity? Let's walk this journey together. Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen" below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening. Embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. In times of uncertainty, it can feel like the answers are just out of reach, as if you're groping through darkness, searching for a flicker of light. You may be questioning everything, your purpose, your direction, and your very faith. The doubt creeps in, and it feels like a heavy fog that clouds your thoughts and makes every step feel uncertain. But here's the truth. The fog is part of the journey. God doesn't always give us immediate clarity because He wants us to learn to trust in the process. He wants you to lean on Him, not just when you're standing on solid ground, but especially when you feel lost. It's in these moments of uncertainty that your faith is tested and refined. Clarity doesn't come all at once. Sometimes it's a slow, gentle unveiling, a soft whisper that gradually grows louder. And during those times when the path ahead seems unclear, know that God is still leading you. He has not abandoned you. The lack of clarity is not a sign that you are lost. It's a sign that you are in the process of being prepared for something greater. The journey toward clarity requires patience. It requires faith in God's timing. We often want the answers. Now we want to see the full picture, but God's plan unfolds piece by piece, like a beautiful mosaic that comes together slowly. You are walking in the dark right now, but the light is coming step by step. Trust in that process. When you feel unsure, remember that God's plan is still unfolding. He is working behind the scenes, weaving everything together for your good. You are not alone in this waiting period. He is with you, and He is preparing you for what comes next. The doubts and uncertainties you feel are part of your spiritual growth. They are part of the story that He is writing for you. Trusting the process means accepting that you don't need to have all the answers today. You may never have all the answers. What matters is that you keep walking forward one step at a time, trusting that God will reveal what you need to know when the time is right. The path you are on may be foggy now, but each step forward brings you closer to the clarity and purpose that is waiting for you. So, as you navigate through this uncertainty, know that it's not a sign of failure, but a sign of trust. God is working in the unseen, and even in the fog, He is guiding you. The clarity will come, and when it does, you will see how every moment of uncertainty was part of your spiritual growth, your transformation, and your divine calling. Chosen ones. In moments of uncertainty, there's often a deep temptation to doubt. Doubt creeps in like a shadow, casting uncertainty over the path you're walking, questioning your purpose, your worth, and even your faith. It's a natural response, but it's also an invitation, a divine challenge. It calls you to go deeper, to trust more, to reconnect with the foundation of your belief. Doubt does not mean you've failed. It simply means you've reached a point where your faith must be stretched to new heights. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely resonate with this message. And while you're here, share in the comments what doubts you've been struggling with, what's been holding you back, and how do you plan to move forward. Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening, embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience. It comes in waves, sometimes gentle and manageable, sometimes crashing over you like a storm. It whispers questions like, "Am I on the right path?" or "Is God really leading me?" But here's the thing. Doubt doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be the very thing that pushes you to dig deeper into your faith, that forces you to rely on God even more. When doubt arises, It's an opportunity to strengthen your connection with God. It's a chance for you to reaffirm your trust in His plan, even when you can't see the full picture. It's a reminder that you don't have to have all the answers, you just need to trust the one who does. Doubt, when met with faith, becomes the very catalyst for growth. It's like a muscle that, when exercised, grows stronger and more resilient. It's in those moments of doubt that you are invited to go beyond surface-level belief and into a deeper, more intimate relationship with God. You may not have all the answers right now, but that doesn't mean the answers aren't coming. Your faith doesn't require perfect understanding, it requires trust. And that trust is built through moments like this, when doubt arises and you choose to continue forward believing that God will reveal what you need when the time is right. Even the most faithful among us experience doubt. The key is not to let it stop you, but to allow it to refine you.
Think of the great biblical figures who experienced doubt. Abraham, Moses, David. None of them had perfect faith all the time, yet they were chosen to fulfill great purposes. They wrestled with their doubts, but they kept moving forward, trusting in God's promise. Doubt can become a powerful tool for your spiritual growth if you approach it with the right mindset. When you're doubting, you're being invited to trust more deeply, to surrender your fears and uncertainties, and to let God take the lead. It's not about having all the answers. It's about trusting that God has them. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and embracing the peace that comes from surrender. So when doubt arises, and it will, don't fight it. Don't berate yourself for feeling unsure. Instead, recognize it as a call to deepen your faith. It's a sign that you're growing, that you're reaching for something greater, and that God is doing a work within you. Trust that this season of doubt will pass, and that on the other side you will emerge stronger, more confident, and more aligned with your divine purpose. In the midst of your doubt, remember this: God's promises are sure even when you can't see them. He is faithful even when you can't feel it. His plan is perfect even when it doesn't make sense. Keep walking even when the path is unclear. Keep trusting even when your faith feels shaky. You are not alone in this. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you through your doubts to the deeper faith He has prepared for you. Chosen ones, in the middle of the chaos, doubt and confusion, there is a shield, a protection from the storms that rage within and around you. God's protection is a promise, one that wraps you in safety even in the most tumultuous moments. The world may seem overwhelming, but no matter how chaotic life becomes, know that God's divine shield surrounds you, providing peace and security when everything else feels uncertain. So before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly feel called to walk this journey with us. And while you're here, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. How have you experienced God's protection in your life? What moments have shown you that His shield is real? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening. Embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. God's protection is not just a physical shield.
It's a spiritual one that guards your heart, your mind, and your soul. In times of crisis, when the world around you seems to be falling apart, His shield surrounds you, offering peace in the midst of the storm. The truth is, the challenges you face might not go away immediately, but you can find solace in knowing that God's protection is constant, unwavering, and faithful. The Bible speaks of God's protection in many ways. In Psalm 91 it says, "He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge." This imagery of being covered by God, like a mother bird protecting her young, paints a picture of safety and care that transcends anything the world can offer. No matter how fierce the winds of life blow, God's protection is a shelter that will never falter. When life gets overwhelming and it feels like you are standing alone, remember that God's protection is real. You are never truly alone. His divine presence is always with you, guiding you, shielding you from harm, and leading you toward peace. It's easy to forget this in the middle of a mental crisis when your mind is clouded by fear, stress, or confusion. But even in those moments of uncertainty, His protection is there. It doesn't always look like we expect it to. Sometimes it's a quiet peace in the storm. Other times it's a sudden shift in perspective or an unexpected source of strength. But always it is present. God's protection isn't about avoiding difficulty. It's about navigating through it with His strength. It's about knowing that even in your weakest moments you are covered by His grace. His shield is not a promise that you won't face challenges, but a promise that He will be with you in every step of the journey, offering peace, strength, and guidance. The protection God offers is not passive, it's active. It moves with you, strengthens you, and shields you from the forces that would try to overwhelm you. When the enemy tries to sow seeds of fear, doubt, or despair, God's protection rises up to rebuke those lies. When the world feels unsafe and your mind is full of anxiety, God's peace surrounds you, keeping you grounded and steady. One of the most powerful aspects of God's protection is that it doesn't rely on your strength. It's not about you being strong enough to face the battle alone. It's about surrendering your fears, your doubts, your worries, and allowing God to step in and fight for you. When you feel like you're on the edge of your strength, God's shield is the assurance that He is fighting on your behalf, that you are safe in His care. As you move through life's challenges, remember that you are shielded by the power of God. You may not always feel it, but it is there surrounding you with love, peace, and protection. Trust that He will never let you fall, that His shield will never break, and that no matter what comes your way, He is always right beside you, holding you safe in His embrace. Chosen ones. The journey of overcoming mental crises and navigating life's chaos is not just about surviving the storms, it's about healing from the inside out. Healing, true healing, begins not with a change in external circumstances, but with a transformation within your heart, your soul, and your mind. This is where God's divine presence truly begins its work, restoring you, mending what is broken, and giving you the peace you so desperately need. The healing you seek is already available to you, but it requires surrender, trust, and the courage to face the pain with faith.
So, before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly feel a deep connection to this journey. And as we go deeper into this healing process, share your thoughts with us in the comments. How have you experienced healing in your life, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual? How has God been working to heal your heart? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening, embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. Healing isn't an instantaneous event. It's a process, a journey that takes time. The scars you carry, the wounds that seem too deep to mend, are not there to define you. They are there to remind you of God's grace, His ability to restore what has been broken. Whether it's the weight of past trauma, the pain of disappointment, or the effects of years of struggle, God is in the business of healing. And this healing isn't just about putting a bandage on the wound, it's about transforming the wound into a testimony of His power. When you invite God into your healing process, you are opening the door to a profound restoration that goes beyond what you could ever accomplish on your own. You may try to heal on your own terms, seeking comfort or temporary relief, but true peace and healing come from allowing God to work in you to transform the hurt into something beautiful. His healing doesn't erase the pain, but it uses that pain as a stepping stone to greater strength, greater faith, and greater purpose. The emotional wounds you carry may feel impossible to heal, but God sees beyond the surface. He sees your heart, your deepest pain, and He knows exactly what needs to be healed. Sometimes it requires confronting the pain you've tried to avoid, acknowledging the hurt you've hidden for so long. But when you face that pain with God's love and healing power, you will find that it doesn't have the same hold on you. The chains of your past begin to loosen, and in their place, you begin to experience freedom. God doesn't rush the healing process. He doesn't ask you to hurry through your pain, to skip over the hard parts. Instead, He invites you to walk through it with Him by your side, holding your hand, guiding you every step of the way. The healing you seek is not something you can rush. It is something that will unfold at the right time in God's perfect timing. Healing requires patience and trust. Trust that God knows what He is doing, even when it doesn't feel like it. Trust that He is restoring you not just to what you were before the crisis, but to something even better, something stronger, something more aligned with your divine purpose. The pain you've endured will not be wasted. It will become part of your testimony, a story of how God took what was broken and made it whole again. As you move forward in your healing, remember that it's okay to take things one step at a time. There is no timeline that you have to follow, no expectation to get over it quickly. Trust in God's process, knowing that every moment of healing is a victory, every tear shed is part of the restoration. With each step, you are moving closer to the peace and joy that God has promised you. Your healing is unfolding even if you can't see it all at once. Be patient with yourself and trust that God is doing a deep work in you. You are being made new, and each day brings you closer to the wholeness that is waiting for you. God's healing is not just about making you feel better temporarily.
It's about transforming you into the person He has always known you could be.
So, as you walk this path of healing, remember that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way, and His healing power is more than enough to restore you body, mind, and soul. Trust in His process and know that in time you will emerge stronger, more whole, and more aligned with the divine purpose He has set before you. Chosen ones. Now that we have walked through the chaos, the doubt, the burdens, and the healing, we arrive at the final and most transformative step, embracing your divine role as one of God's chosen vessels. It is time to step fully into the person you were always meant to be. All the struggles you faced, all the doubts you've conquered, and all the healing you've experienced have been preparing you for this moment. You are no longer the person you once were, and the transformation you have undergone is leading you toward a divine purpose far greater than you ever imagined. So, before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly feel connected to this journey. And as we close out this sacred journey, share your thoughts with us in the comments. How has this process of awakening impacted you? What divine purpose do you feel called to fulfill? Feel the call. If you believe you're one of the chosen ones, share your confirmation with us by commenting, "I am chosen," below. Join this journey of spiritual awakening, embrace your divine purpose, and let's walk this path together. You have been chosen not because of your perfection, but because of your willingness to surrender to God's plan. Every moment of struggle, every season of doubt, every painful step has shaped you into the person you are today. And now the time has come for you to step into your divine purpose, knowing that all the preparation has been leading to this very moment. It's easy to feel unworthy, to question if you are truly capable of fulfilling the role God has called you to. You might feel like you're not qualified or that you don't have what it takes. But let me remind you, God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose, and He will continue to provide the strength and wisdom you need as you move forward. Stepping into your divine role means trusting that God is already at work in you, even when you can't see it. It means walking in faith, even when the path ahead is unclear. The journey is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Your purpose is bigger than any obstacle you will face. The power of God within you is greater than any fear, any doubt, or any uncertainty that tries to stand in your way. You are not here by accident. You are here because God has a purpose for your life. He has chosen you to make an impact, to bring light into the world, and to fulfill a divine mission that only you can accomplish. This is your moment to embrace that calling, to take bold steps forward into the life God has planned for you. The beauty of being chosen is that it is not about perfection. It is about surrender. It is about trusting that God will guide you, strengthen you, and equip you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Your imperfections, your flaws, your struggles, they are all part of the story that God is writing for you. And through it all, He will continue to refine you, to grow you, and to help you step into the person He created you to be.
So embrace your divine role with confidence. Trust that God's plan for you is unfolding, and that every step you take brings you closer to fulfilling your destiny. You have been chosen for greatness, and though the journey may not always be easy, it is one that will bring you closer to God and to the person you are meant to become. As you move forward, know that you are never alone. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, and filling you with peace.
Embrace your calling, step into your purpose, and trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The world is waiting for you to fulfill your divine purpose, and you are ready. Chosen ones. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to take a deep breath and allow all that we've spoken about to settle into your heart. The chaos, the doubt, the struggles, and the healing, you have walked through it all, and now you are stepping into the fullness of your divine purpose. Let the peace of God surround you now, like a gentle blanket of comfort. You don't need to have all the answers right now because God is working in you. He has already equipped you with everything you need, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. So let go of the burdens, the worries, the fears, and surrender to His divine plan. Feel His love, His strength, His peace envelop you. You are not alone. God is with you, guiding you, leading you, and supporting you every step of the way. As you rest tonight, let your mind be filled with the knowledge that you are chosen, that you are walking in God's purpose for your life. The journey is just beginning, and with each new day, you are moving closer to the person you are meant to become.